Hey, what's up everyone? It's your friend Bats. My name is Jared. I am currently sitting in traffic and I thought I'd cut a video because that seemed responsible. And what I want to talk about today is the X-Men and how much I like the X-Men and don't like the X-Men. And I know that's a very bizarre statement, but what I have realized, because I have over the years checked out X-Men comics on and off. It's always a book, and like there's always like a new era, air quotes, the new era of X-Men. I get into this new era, I read it for about a year, and then I'm like, yeah, I don't really like this stuff. But then a new X-Men movie comes out, and I'm pumped. For some reason, I love the X-Men movies. Even the ones that people don't like. Like, my favorite X-Men movie is X-Men 3. And I know everyone hates it, but I personally love that movie. I just think it's freaking cool. Maybe because I've been on the Golden Gate Bridge a million times, and I'm just like, every time I go over the Golden Gate Bridge, I can't not think about Magneto lifting it and turning it towards Alcatraz. It's just such a cool scene. And just, I really like seeing that movie. Just the things that they finally, I felt at the time, I guess it's nostalgia at this point, but at the time I was like, oh, they finally have angels here. Beast is finally here. Iceman finally ices up. I just love X-Men 3. It's awesome. And so I've seen every X-Men movie in theaters except for Dark Phoenix. I even saw New Mutants at a drive-in. I liked it. I just like X-Men movies. And also, I really like every X-Men cartoon. Since 1992, I've been watching X-Men cartoons. When I was a kid, I loved the 90s X-Men cartoon, like every kid in the 90s. And then in the 2000s, I really enjoyed X-Men Evolution. I thought at the time, and I haven't seen it in a very long time, but in the time, I thought X-Men Evolution is a better cartoon. It's just better animated, and I felt like the story resonated better with the audience at the time. Wolverine and the X-Men, incredible cartoon. Didn't get to finish, but it is a awesome cartoon. So is the anime. So yeah, just X-Men in general is awesome. Like X-Men video games. From the Sega one, from the arcade where you could be like 6 players. That game's awesome. X-Men Legends on GameCube is fantastic. They're like, I realized that I'm like, oh, I love X-Men media, but not X-Men comics. And that's such a weird concept for me as like a lifetime long comic book reader, that I love the normie media of a comic book franchise. And I have my favorites. Like everyone has their favorite X-Men, and I guess what I'm getting at is like I want to appreciate the X-Men a little bit more, and so recently I was reading X-Men United, and I'm like, I did reviews here on the channel, and I like didn't get the point of the book. I was like, what's the point of this book? It's just, it's just another X-Men book. Why? Why do we need another X-Men book? And it didn't really have like a pitch. It just kind of just was there, and I wasn't feeling it, so I dropped it. And before that, I had, but I did read the Cyclops miniseries, and that was awesome. And before that, I missed the window for, what was it, House of X and Powers of 10, or Powers of 10, House of X? I don't know. I missed those 2 minis, but I picked up the first couple issues of X-Men by Jonathan Hickman, and I just wasn't feeling it. I was like, this is boring. And I did like the scene where Magneto tells like the nations, like, yeah, right, like a UN meeting, that like he will use propaganda to like infiltrate their governments, and like I thought that was cool because it's like, yeah, that's how they do it, right? So, and I'm currently watching X-Men 97, and I didn't start it when it came out because I didn't have Disney, and now I'm watching it. I have one more episode till the season finale of season 1, so please do not spoil it in the comments. I will be starting season 2 in a couple of days. But I decided, so recently I have finally read a Marvel Masterworks that I have owned since 2003. In 2003, I got to meet Chris Claremont, and I knew I was meeting Chris Claremont, and at the time I worked at Barnes & Noble, and I got a Barnes & Noble Uncanny X-Men trade paperback that has, giant size X-Men to like, I want to say issue 101, and I owned it since 2003, and it wasn't until this year that I actually like read the whole thing. And at the time, it was because I was like, oh, this is too old for me. But it didn't make sense because I love Stan and Steve Ditko Spider-Man. I love Stan and Romita Spider-Man. And so I'm like, how's this do it? So I feel like I finally was mature enough, if you will, to finally read the X-Men. And I can't say I was like, oh, this is incredible, but I did really like the Dave Cockrum art. I really just loved the style of everything. And I was like, oh, this is, okay, I see why people love this. And recently, my friend Bruce and I have made this, like, pack that to get through all our Superman omnibuses that we haven't, is it omnibus or omnibuy, to get through all our Superman omnibuy, we're going to read at a minimum, one issue a week. And I seen online that the Chris Claremont run on X-Men is like 209 issues. And I was like, oh, so if I read at the minimum one issue a week, I can get through his 16-year run in like 4 years. That seems reasonable. And each of those issues that I've read so far are very thick and heavy in dialogue, I guess. So I am going to try my best to stay on schedule with one issue a week. And I'm trying to find, because I realized I really love the X-Men, just not in comics. And like I said, it was so weird. I'm like, I need to find the appreciation of the X-Men in comics. I really want to love the X-Men. And I want, because I feel like sometimes I'm like, am I missing something here when people talk about X-Men? Oh, like, what am I missing? And so I really want to put, a good old college try to put my front foot, what's the term? My front foot forward and really try to give the X-Men a solid attempt. So that's my attempt, is I'm going to read, I think I'm on issue like 106. I just got through the issue where like Banshee got fused to the floor by, what's his name, Black Tom? And like Storm is crying on the floor. Like they're at like Banshee's family castle after Jean had like turned into the Phoenix for the first time. Yeah, I thought the Phoenix story was like bigger. I know what like the Dark Phoenix story is, but yeah. So I'll keep you updated on my X-Men journey. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.